We already talked about the data that clearly highlights that top-level performance continues to improve. If in the 90s or even in the early 2000s you could find slam winners and world number one specialized in serve and volley, but with important limitation in ground strokes, or even phenomenal in serve and forehand, but with significant problems on the backhand side, today is difficult to think, and the top players are specialized in all shots and all areas of the court. The main elements that have improved performance are a professional approach to tennis by an ever-increasing number of players and at an increasingly early age. The technological progress of the rackets. They are lighter and allow power and control that were not possible before, reducing trauma, but the most important factor is the improvement of the training process. Why has training improved? A better training volume. As mentioned, high-level players are all professionals from a young age and pay attention to having an all-round healthy life. All puppies and rainbows? Not really. If chronic states of fatigue worsen motor learning and performance in the long term, with cases of overtraining not even being recognized. If we train stroke regularity and resistance instead of ball speed or match situations.
First exercise every time that we were doing at every single practice is one ball that lasts as long as possible.
If several players complain of psychological sustainability of their work.
I think I'm gonna take a break from playing for a while.
The specificity of training has greatly improved and is pursued by many coaches to choose exercises. If only in the 90s it was normal to find continuous flat running, jumping rope or the tennis ball machine in the training of a player for high level, today players train more and more in points with tactical situation. A lot of attention is on serve and return, and the physical preparation respects more the performance model. All puppies and rainbows? Not really, because we still see warm-up sessions without the ball that last an hour, exercises with elastic bands, mimicking of shots, unstable platforms, questionable visual training, and basket drills. We will talk about it again, because the number one of 2040 will be better than Novak Djokovic, especially due to an improvement in the principle of training specificity. The third point is better recovery from training. There is greater attention to nutrition, sleep, and more care in the management of training. All puppies and rainbows? Not really. If we immerse ourselves in ice baths immediately after training, or we supplement antioxidants close to the training. There is greater attention to ensuring that the training process is less invasive and traumatic, to reduce the incidence of injuries, allowing a further improvement in training volume. All puppies and rainbows? Not really, if beginners and 12 years old play with standard ball and racket of 330 grams. If volume of training is so high in elite players that overuse injuries have a very high incidence. In this study, 67 of 73 elite junior players suffered at least one overuse injury over 32 weeks of monitoring, for a total of 187 injuries. There is greater individualization of training. Today, every high-level player has a coach at his complete disposal, if not an entire staff, to improve him and to think of his best interests. Oh, Papien, don't worry, things are going quite well on this point. The improvement of tennis performance is constant and mainly comes from the improvement of the training process. It is us, coaches and athletes, scientists and popularizers, who contribute to this improvement, and I believe that this is a great responsibility. If you want to take care of this, subscribe to the channel and follow the next videos. See you next time!